Hello everyone, welcome to my bold and the beautiful channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam queries Hope about her birth control use while Thomas's dream materializes according to the Friday, November 17th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful B and B. Brooke Logan. Catherine Kelly Lang belied Hope Logan. Annika Null was still grieving for her husband's passing. Brooke believed that if Thomas Forrester Matthew Axon really cared about that, he would give Hope some room. Thomas countered that if Hope wanted space, she would ask for it. Furthermore, Thomas believed that in contrast to Lamb, Spencer Scott Clifton Hull needed a guy who would devote himself entirely to her. Although Brooke believed Hope deserved a partner with an unbroken heart, she didn't think Hope would ever love Thomas again. However, Thomas made the decision to think that he and Hope had a future together, and that she might be willing to give him her whole heart on Friday's B&B episode. Lion and Hope admitted that they would always be in love. This was at the cabin. Hope thought Liam would have to come to terms with the fact that she lived without him now, though Lamb declared that he would always love Hope, and that he believed she would also always love him. Lamb continued his barb at Thomas for leading them to believe their daughter had died when Hope brought up the fact that they will always be connected through Beth. Spencer Jordan Lynn Ara Liam figured Hope was just hooking up because she said she was taking things day by day with Thomas and didn't want to dwell in the past. Implied that Lamb may not have known her at all, even if he didn't think that was the kind of person she was. Hope's needs, wants, and desires came first for Thomas, and he loved her for it. Hope claimed that since their breakup, Lamb had no right to tell her how her life should be lived. Liam expressed again how much he didn't want Hope going on with Thomas, but Hope angrily cried that Liam had thrown them away. Lamb asserted that he shared Hope's belief that Thomas loved her and her alone, since he consistently put Steffi Forrester Jacqueline Wood on the back burner. Hope adamantly maintained wasn't the case. When Liam became agitated, she mentioned that Hope had kissed Thomas in Rome, but he had still run straight to Steffi. Liam was perplexed when Hope mentioned that she was open to whatever the future held and inquired as to whether she would want another child. Liam asked Hope if she meant with Thomas, when she said she may. Before Liam even inquired as to whether Hope was even using birth control, Hope shot back that she most definitely wasn't having one with him. A furious Hope told Liam that Thomas made her happy and that it was none of his concern. Liam informed Thomas that his child resided at the cabin when he arrived, and he inquired as to why he was there. Thomas inquired for Hope's well-being after pointing out that Beth was at Katie Logan's Heather house. As much as it hurt to say it, Hulk moved to stand closer to Lamb and suggested that this was no longer his home. Beth would co-parent with Lion and Hope, but for the time being Thomas was the only guy in her life, and he loved her unconditionally. Hope turned to face Thomas for a private moment after saying, "And I love him for that." Liam seemed uneasy and left the room while Thomas went to get confirmation of what Hope had said. Thomas beamed and gave Hope a kiss, assuming that Hope had told him she loved him for that. Liam, who appeared to be close to pass out, watched as passion erupted between Hope and Thomas. Outside the window, Luna, Noa, Lisa, Yamada, RG Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, Steffi, and John Finn Fangan Tanner Noblin shared amusing anecdotes in the Cliff House. Steffi mentioned that she'd like to go swimming with RG when Finn suggested it, as it would allow her to get to know Luna better. Luna told Steffi that she was anxious to meet RJ and Finn as they were swimming in the sea. After praising Steffi's achievements, Luna expressed admiration for her robust family. Luna pretended that it would be simple to fall in love with RJ because he was such a great guy, though she acknowledged that this was still a fresh romance. Sty acknowledged that she enjoyed the whole atmosphere. Finn mentioned that he will fill Steffi in later and alluded to the issues Luna had been having with Lee Finnegan. Naomi Matsuda, after he and RG returned, Finn said his connection with Luna wouldn't be impacted by the feud between Lai and Poppy Nosawa. Romy Park. Luna wishes their moms could get along after realizing how much that meant to her. Stay tuned as spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Poppy and Lee struggle is far from Don Lamb to man's hope dump Thomas or Elle's daughter. In custody Feud 3 according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful. Liam Spencer might decide to play hard ball now that he is aware of how close Hope, Logan and Thomas Forrester have grown since he didn't think he wanted to know the whole story. Liam sought to keep things as secret as possible. Nonetheless, he is now aware of the reality. There's no denying the intensity of their romance after discovering Hope and underwear at the cabin before her sultry night with Thomas. Liam promptly reminded Hope of course, of Thomas's efforts to conceal Beth Spencer Jordan Lyarza's survival. It's funny how just when Liam needs to have another Thomas fuel tantrum, he suddenly recalls that Beth exists. Liam frequently uses Beth as a tool of manipulation, since he doesn't want Hope to get linked with Thomas. Lamb might take a risky step to try to break up Thomas and Hope's developing relationship now that he's so furious about them sleeping together. Will Liam threaten to sue Hope in court to get at Bede's custody? Lamb could easily threaten to take full custody of their kid if Hope doesn't permanently dump Thomas. Lamb might be afraid that Hope might now fully open up to Thomas and perhaps even become his spouse in the future. Lamb's stomach turns at the thought of Thomas becoming Beth's stepfather. This could all be leading to a heated custody battle between B and B, since Lamb told Hope he was concerned for her and that he was also worried about Beth. Maybe Lion will insist on having complete custody of Beth in the hopes that this will persuade Hope to remove Thomas from the picture. Hope has to put Thomas in the romantic rearview mirror before Lion will give, and it's evident that Liam won't hesitate to use almost any weapon, including a judge in a courtroom, to achieve his goals. That could, depending on how things work out, be bad news for Hope and Thomas' relationship. Lamb might believe he can convince everyone that Hope should lose Beth because she is too involved with Thomas, who has a dark past of acting strangely. Stay in for updates on all the mayhem as teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Liam and Hope have more turmoil ahead of them. Make CDL your go-to source for all the hottest spoilers, news, and updates about Bold and the Beautiful. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.